slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best because I am. There's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve for the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet.
Well, Coach, the calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Ready? 18, Gator.
Double dog, that's the way.
Check 61, matchbox lights.
Check 43.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Bravo.
Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's go.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Go!
Hey, Foxtrot.
56 to Mike.
56.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 29-yard line.
Brandon, lest my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the 2nd time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a 1st down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Cousins now. He finds Corey Davis. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Jahan!
Cousins now to throw on first down. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Off the play fake, Cousins. They will find Davis. That's complete. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. A former Seminole back home in Florida. It's Dalvin Cook. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Gun!
Throwing is Cousins. It's caught. Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And not the clean start that we had envisioned. You thought this would be a pretty crisp game, but a turnover for a turnover.
Yeah, so much for scripting. Because if teams are doing that, things aren't going according to plan. Maybe it's a case of nerves. Maybe it's a case of, too much energy right now. Let's see if both teams can get settled in and start to play good ball.
That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. A starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB, too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game. But they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
Set. 18 Gator.
56.
Hey, tighten. Hey, Charlie.
Now on 2nd and 13. Minshew over the middle, and it's incomplete. The running back, Leonard Fournette, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
I'm going to come back to you.
Ready?
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mike Daniels in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And it'll be Titan football. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They start the drive with Cook. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Listen to me.
Single.
Now on 2nd and 16. Cousins. Buying time to his left. He's got Smith here. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. We're scoreless after 1. 2nd quarter now. Titans in possession of the football. They'll face a 3rd down conversion attempt here. 3rd and 3.
Ready? 1. Get that ball. First.
Now Cousins. He's got a man, Corey Davis. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Right here.
Play action now. Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Josh Allen drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep, Ryan Switzer. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Hey, stand off.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
6-6, pull it high.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Right there, 56. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Tight up.
On 2nd and 9, Minshew. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
And the Jaguars first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Minshew, 1st and 10. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 44-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this 1st half, and he's got a 1st and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Hey, Alpha.
From the 38, Minshew. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Ready. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On second down, Minshew. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Minshew sets to throw, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Oh, my, you know that's one that he'll want to have back. I mean, they did everything right. Got the linebackers commit on the play action. He just flat out missed.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that?
on. What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. Punt's nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Check 26, check 26.
2.
You're trapped. 56, the mic, boy.
Hey, receiver.
56. Let's go.
Cousins. It's caught by Davis. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Cousins now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
You got 3 down.
To throw, Cousins. be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Cousins again. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
Let's go now.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Minshew. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Minshew. The open man is Westbrook. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
60 Pittsburgh.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. It's complete to Chris Conley. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Here's Minshew. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Gun.
Mike, 48, Mike, 48. Go, go, go. 48, Mike, 48, Mike. Watch a slant, watch a slant. Watch a slant. 48 to Mike.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. After the sack, they'll come up now, 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And this one complete to Smith. Well, a heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
First and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
They're on 15-yard line.
Ready.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a two-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Levante David in on the tackle.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, high 7.
Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. He completes it to Westbrook. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now Leonard Fournette. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. By 55.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the 2nd person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, 2nd drive, not much better. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
They're on 16-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Cousins now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Cousins. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Check 3.
Throwing, Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, and now it's 3rd down.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
Because you're right, they have had no room to breathe. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
On the run, it's Fournette. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike. I'm coming.
Out of the gun is Minshew. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. Caught here by Conley. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Jacksonville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Hey, Wahoo! You're out!
Kill, kill, kill! Kill, kill!
Five!
Again, Minshew looking to throw. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 28. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
70.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Fournette on the counter. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Ricky,
Hey, foxtrot.
56. Mike's 56. Hey, here I come.
On 2nd and 9, Minshew. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
56 is the mic.
Hey, watch the leg. Stand. Ready.
Minshew throwing on third down. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. I tell you what, it's kind of hard to imagine. They have not scored a single point, and yet they're in this position. A touchdown drive here, and they're in the lead.
Normally, when you have 0 on your side of the ledger on the scoreboard, you're a little bit discouraged. But when they look over and see their opponents, they don't see a number that's way out there. They don't see a number they can't attain. In fact, they can get it right here on this drive and potentially take the lead.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, let's pin the mirrors back and go full 50-50.
Slam. Hey, look, 48. Hey, we go back to 48 right now. Let's go. Not here.
Cousins to throw it this time. Setting up the screen for Cook.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Mike 50.
Yeah, let's get set. Watch.
Hey, Charlie.
I'm coming. Mike's 50.
Hey, Steamer.
Working out of the gun. Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
At their own 37-yard line.
On the ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. On 2nd down, Minshew. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
First and 10.
Go. 60 yards.
You can't block me.
Go.
Fournette running out of the gun. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, We're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And the Jaguars, first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Fournette. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Leo!
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got the hook up with Conley. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Complete to Chris Conley. That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 4.
On the set.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Don't get nervous.
On third down, Fournette. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will make our score 9-0. So barring closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Black. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
A gain of 9 on the play, but it brings up 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, we're good.
Now Cousins on 4th down. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
50, plant.
56. Here we go.
Ready.
Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense, obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
But you know what they say, it's always fun to work on things if it didn't go well in your game with a victory in your pocket. And that's what they've got going forward.
So for the Jags, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
acting like they know me, cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me, cause I'm
P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money, we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over, he in diamonds. He the only reason why do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Pull both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver, but I'm still a hot boy. Cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a faucet. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the game, ain't no vomit. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.